1. Alright, let's get this party started. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first day of 12 Days of Tunes. I don't know if I'm going to be using this recording because I'm kind of just going off the cuff here, but let's hope it's good. So, if you do not know what 12 Days of Tunes is, let me give you a quick summary. Basically, for 12 days, I make a cartoon every single day up until Christmas, where I analyze the 12 Days of Tunes song and try to find alternatives to that day's gift. So, for example, Partridge in a Pear Tree. What the heck am I supposed to get my true love? Because I sure can't afford a bird, and also, I don't want to plant a tree because it's winter. So, let's try to find the alternatives. I'm going to just say this real quick. There are so many birds in this series. There are so many birds. Okay, so to keep things from being not really repetitive, I'm going to try and find anything I can as an alternative to the birds. So, day 1, partridge in a pear tree. So, let's look up real quick how much a partridge is on Google. I know how much a tree is. I mean, like a Christmas tree. If you want to get a good one, it's like $30 or something. Just kidding. You need to break the bank if you want to get a good Christmas tree, alright? So, real quick, let's look up how much a partridge is on Google. Partridge price. Oh, this is all just taxidermy. $161 for a partridge. But yeah, $161. You do not want to spend that on your true love. I mean, if you love them a lot, I mean, go ahead, but I don't have a true love. Nor will I ever. Hey, Mateo, if you're watching this in the future and you somehow have acquired a girlfriend, I'm sorry. Not you, Mateo. I'm talking to the poor girl who chose you. Anyway, I'm not getting a partridge, nor am I getting a tree, because that's boring. Every single year you want to get your love a partridge in a pear tree. Don't you think she'll be a little bit tired of that eventually? So let's try something else, shall we? So first, let's get the cheaper of the two. Let's go to Kohl's and get like a tiny little Christmas tree, or go to Target and get like a tiny little Christmas tree. Let's look up how much a little tiny Christmas tree is real quick. Smartphones are handy for this kind of thing, so you don't really need to go outside to break the bank. So let's look up small Christmas tree. Oh, perfect. I actually got this Christmas tree last year and I'm still using it. It's this little tiny LED light Christmas tree for $7.20. So we've got this, a little LED USB Christmas tree that all rhymed. Now we need to look for something that flies, like an airplane or something. We can't get your true love an airplane. Unless, of course, you're rich, then by all means, go ahead. But I'm not exactly the richest person on the planet. So let's look up how much a plane is. Oh, dear Lord, that's a lot of money. So you would need to pay about $500 million for an airplane, but we have a $7 USB Christmas tree, so paying $500 million doesn't really seem like the most wise choice. Maybe one of those foam planes you get at the dollar store, you like put it together and it's like really crappy. You throw it once and it breaks into a million pieces. I mean, it's good for the novelty, but it's not really good for, you know, keepsaking. Come on, think. I think... Perfect. Remember when fidget spinners were a thing? Well, we're bringing those back. What we're gonna do is we're going to tape some kind of propeller to the middle ball bearing of a fidget spinner, and then we're gonna get a can of compressed air and just charge that thing up and watch it fly. Boom! You've got something that flies. So we've got a flying Christmas fidget spinner and a little 7-inch Christmas tree. That's what you get for your true love. I don't know exactly how much that fidget spinner would cost, but from what I know, fidget spinners are not really that expensive. So there you go. You spent about $13 on day 1. Not too bad, not too good either, but hey, at least you got your true love something. Day 2. Okay, a million distractions later, I'm ready to record the episode. Anyway, hello everybody, and welcome to day 2 of 12 Days of Tunes. Now, last year I did 2 turtle doves, but this year I'm not gonna do 2 turtle doves because I don't want to. I'm gonna try and find the best alternative I can to 2 turtle doves. Let's do it. So, 2 turtle doves. I don't really think that your true love would want more than 1 bird. Plus, it's winter. Birds aren't around when it's winter. They're usually gonna go to somewhere like Arizona where it's nice and warm all the time, somewhere in the middle of the desert. You might say, Mateo, you're in New Mexico. You're practically living in the desert. Well, it's 28 degrees outside right now as I'm recording this, and I've been wearing a hoodie for 2 straight weeks. That should probably tell you something about how cold it is over here, which is really abnormal. So anyway, as I was thinking thinking to myself about what I should do for this episode, I thought to myself, how much do 2 turtle doves cost now? Prices have risen and stuff like that. There are probably some better alternatives out there for cheaper. So first, let's look up how much is a turtle dove. Okay, just like last year, we have those stupid shoes. They're a little bit cheaper than last year, thankfully. Last year, they were $2,000, but this year, they're $527.30. It's not really the most drastic price mark down ever, but you know. It says here, if you would like to buy 2 turtle doves, it would cost you a grand total of 125 smackaroos. That's a lot of smackaroos you gotta pull out of your pocket in order to give your true love, some birds. But honestly, if this was back in like, you know, medieval times where animals were seen as currency, this would actually be pretty practical. I'll trade you these 50,000 birds for your 2 cattle and your wife. So, I'm not sure if I would like to trade my wife for some animals. Stu, trust me, it's worth it. Just trade me and you're gonna make a lot of money off of this. That joke was a lot funnier in my head. So $125 today won't really get you that much aside from a couple of Nintendo Switch games, but let's try to find something else, shall we? Something bird related. I immediately thought to myself, hey, bubonic plague doctors had these weird masks with these beaks. So let's go on Amazon and look up bubonic plague doctor costume. Apparently people want to be plague doctors for $120. You could pay $5 more to get 2 turtle doves. Then again, that's the whole costume. So, oh, here's one. It says here, bubonic plague doctor costume, mask, hat, headstock. So, either this is the full costume or just the mask. Well, anyway, I think the 5.5 stars from 100 people tell me enough about how good this is. But I decided that if I'm gonna get my true love, who is a girl, a bubonic plague doctor costume, hypothetically, she'd want to dump me. So I'm gonna try and save my skin and go for something else. See, in this photo of the bubonic plague doctor, I see he's wearing a really fancy hat. So I thought to myself, let's get my true love a hat. So immediately I was like, fedora, because, you know, fedoras are fedoras and everybody likes fedoras, so fedora. Let's see what we've got in the fedora department. That's really hard to say. Let's see what we've got in the fedora department. It says here, unisex summer Panama straw fedora hat, short brim beach sun cap classic. $10.99. So we're gonna be paying $11 for this really high quality looking khaki fedora. Now I don't know about you, but I've never seen a woman wearing a fedora before. It's always those big old cowboy hats or those straw hats or whatever. I think I'm settled on this one. I think I'm really gonna get the bang for my buck when I get 2 fedoras. It's gonna cost me like $22, so that's what you should get your true love for day 2. 2 khaki fedoras. Day 3. Hello everybody and welcome to day 3 of 12 Days of Toons. If you can notice by the time code down below, you can see that this episode's a little bit shorter than the last 2. That's because the last 2 took a week to create, and I don't want to take a week to make 12 Days of Toons just for 1 episode. So we're gonna try and keep this series a little bit more brief episode-wise, so let's get into it. 3 French hens. Like I said for the past few days, I don't want to do hens, I don't want to do birds, I don't want to do nothing. So let's try to do something else. Now, for starters, how much does a hen cost? So let's go on Google and check that out. After a quick 3 seconds of searching, I found out that hens actually really aren't that expensive. It could be $15 to $25 a hen, which is really surprising considering the last 2 birds we've had, which were hundreds of dollars each. So this is good, we're on the right track. But how much does a French hen cost? Now, berets can cost pennies on the dollar, so I could imagine it would cost about $30 a hen. That's a lot of hens I have to pay for, so I don't want to. What we're gonna do instead is go to Target and buy a bag of Tyson chicken nuggets. How much does a bag of Tyson chicken nuggets cost? I'm not sponsored. $5 for 1 bag of Tyson chicken nuggets. Now, if you ask me, that's way bigger of a bargain, because your chickens are already killed and you can eat them. I mean, I'm not saying that I was gonna kill the chicken. I mean, PETA, please don't come. PETA, no, PETA, no, PETA, no! So we would need to pay $15 for 3 bags of Tyson chicken nuggets. I'm not sponsored. But wait. We've barely even thrown the French stuff into the equation yet. So real quick, let's look up how much the Eiffel Tower. $40 million. So 40 million times 3 is $120 million. So, That's affordable. So let's get 3 Eiffel Towers. And you know what? Why not? Just sprinkle the little chicken nuggets everywhere and decorate it from head to toe with chicken nuggets. And also go to Dollar Tree and get a couple of Christmas decorations or something. And boom, you've got 3 chickeny, nuggety, Christmassy Eiffel Towers for day 3. Obviously, it's just a little bit over budget if you ask me, but whatever. I can pay off my debt, my crippling debt.
Day 4.
Like I said with the episodes, I want to keep them as short as possible from this point on, so let's try to do that now. Hello everybody, and welcome to day 4 of 12 Days of Toons. Today we're going to be taking a look at 4 collie birds. 4 collie birds, 4 canary birds, whatever, I don't know. What exactly is a collie bird? Well, let's look it up on Google, shall we? So first, let's look up how much is a collie bird. Well, looking at the price, we can see it's a little bit out of budget. $599.96, so you would need to pay $600 for a collie bird, and adding that up, $2,400. So I don't really want to pay that much for 4 collie birds. So let's do something else, shall we? I thought what would be funny is making them really emo. I looked up words that rhymed with collie to see if I could spark any ideas, and I found the perfect word. Melancholy. It's the perfect word if I wanted to make these things emo and sad. Melancholy. It just has that. Plus, I couldn't find any other words that rhymed with collie that meant sad. So now that we have the name, let's go on Amazon and find the perfect attire for these 4 little birds. Obviously, I want to make them as emo as possible, so let's try to achieve that. Starting off, obviously, with the Converse sneakers. I think it's obvious that people just like wearing Converse sneakers because they're really stylish. But emo people, they like to switch it up. They like to be quirky and original and cool. Here's your golden star. They like to get 1 red Converse and 1 blue Converse and say, hey world, I'm a non-conformist. A pair of Converse usually costs around $60, so you would need to pay 120 bucks. Is that correct math? So you would really need to get 2 pairs of Converse in order to make this, happen, but you could probably just dig up an old pair of Converse and just do that. Dig up an old pair and get a new pair, now you got red and blue sneakers. Next, we have the skinny jeans, because skinny jeans are stylish and cool, especially if you're a 30-year-old man. If you're an emo teenager, you really do need yourself some skinny jeans, because honestly, have you ever seen a scene kid without skinny jeans? A good pair of skinny jeans, at least from what I was seeing on Amazon, cost about $13, so we're on the right track. Moving up to the waist area, we've got the belt. Obviously, the belt's gotta have those weird little crappy studs on it, so that way it looks as emo as possible, bruh. And also, what emo is not complete without a belt chain? Not a chain belt, not a chain belt not a chain, that is a, moving up to the hands, we've got some fingerless black gloves. You can easily walk into any Kohl's or Walmart or Target, get some black gloves, especially since it's winter, this is easier to get. And I just remember we're putting all this on birds. Get yourself some black fingerless gloves. Just cut off the fingers and then boom. Moving up to the arms, silly bands. That's all I'm gonna say. The t-shirt. Obviously, we gotta go with a wolf howling at the moon. Moving up to the neck, we've obviously gotta have one of those stupid spiked collars because, we all have a little bit of furry in us. Moving up to the face, piercings galore. Ears, do those weird gauge things. Seriously, your earlobes were perfectly fine until you decided to do whatever this is to them. And finally, the hair. Go to Lowe's or Home Depot or any place that sells paint, get the worst neon color that you can find, like hot pink or some really crap neon green, and dip your head or all of your hair inside of that paint. And now you've got the emo hair. And there you have it. You've got 4 emo melancholy birds. I think I'm actually going to be really excited about this one. I'm so excited. Can you hear how excited
Day 5.
Let's get into. Hello everybody, and welcome to day 5 of 12 Days of Toons. I'm surprised you haven't left yet. Today we're going to be taking a look at 5 golden rings and trying to find the alternative to 5 golden rings. Let's do it! So starting off, how much is a golden ring? A single golden ring? Well, let's look it up. Seeing as we blew our budget on day 3, let's try to find something that's quite cheap, eh? Okay, starting us off on the Google Shopping Center, we've got a 14-karat white gold ring for $1,400. Scrolling down literally once, we've got a $24,000 ring. Seems a little bit in our budget, so let's go for it. Holy crap! Ooh, boy. Oh, look
looking at that tax. So not only would you need to pay $24,000 for this ring, you would also need to pay $1,890 in tax. Golly, golly, golly. These rings are quite expensive, aren't they? Well, there's nothing that eBay can't do. Yes, after I said that this series was going to be completely based around eBay, I wait until the 5th episode to even include eBay. Okay, so the first thing is a $9.97 ring that is a 14-karat gold-plated designer nugget. That is an ugly ring, so nope. We're trying to find the biggest deal here. Seriously, some of these rings are 99 cents. $1 for a 14-karat gold ring. Now, that might seem like a far stretch, but actually no buts. It is a far stretch because who would even? This is starting to get a little bit out of hand. You know what we should do? I just thought of this. You know, if we're going for golden rings, we might go for the whole gangster kind of look. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go online and see if we can find anything that looks super gangster and hip and cool. First, let's look up brass knuckles. Apparently, if you look up brass knuckles on Google, it's just a bunch of vape stuff. That's funny. All right, starting on the face, we've got the teeth grills. Oh yeah, baby, 14-karat gold-plated hip-hop teeth grills with a Z, because that's totally not stupid. Top and bottom grill set for $7.39. Okay, so we've got some $8 grills. Now let's go for the neck chain. Oh, frick yeah, hip-hop 80s big link gold necklace costume chain for $8.79. You know what? You can't be a rapper without tattoos. Oh yeah, we've got some results. Oh, crud. We've got this US seller non-permanent tattoos black totem full arm tattoo 18-inch extra large. I think actually we're settled, so just get your true love some rapper attire, so that way you don't have to stick to, you know, 5 golden rings. It could just be rapper attire, and then she could look super hip and gangster and cool.
Day 6.
Lophelio. My voice is going to be a little bit more calm this episode because I just... Well, anyway, hello everybody and welcome to day 6 of 12 Days of Toons. Today, I'm going to take this day a little bit more chill and just stay tired, and I don't want to pretend like, oh, everything's fine and I'm able to do this voice. So anyway, 6 geese of laying. What the heck, man? Why is your true love like some kind of historian or like some zookeeper or whatever? Because I don't think a normal person would need this many birds in their life, because that would just be utter chaos unless you're a farmer or a zookeeper or something. But let's just roll with it. How much is a goose? Ugh. Well, looking it up, you would find that most of the time the goose is dead and already prepared for eating, so that's really depressing. That just looks terrifying though. So I found this. It's adopt a goose. Oh, this is weird. So there's Bandits, Mr. Greg, Clarence, and Romeo. I don't know about Romeo, but $45 just to get 4 geese. I mean, that's pretty good, man. You could adopt them, kill them, eat them, I don't know.
Better back off, PETA.
But I don't want that. So, the only thing these geese are gonna be good for is laying me some golden eggs. So let's look up how much a golden egg is worth. It says, but the value of those experiments pale in comparison to that of a single golden egg, which containing about 30 to 60 milligrams of interferon beta, okay, is estimated to be worth between $535,995 and $2.6 million. Money does not grow on trees, man, I tell you. Let's see what else is in the shopping center. We got a golden egg stress reliever for 5 pieces Easter egg. Golden Easter eggs, okay. Well, this isn't really getting me anywhere, seeing as all of these are either overpriced or just Easter eggs, so I thought to myself, you know those eggs that those people use to, like, get the calluses off the heels of their feet? Let's just do that. So we're just gonna look up foot egg. So we've got this. It says here, pet egg, pedicure foot file, as seen on TV. And it's exactly what you would expect it to look like. It looks like a cheese grater, but it goes up against your foot, and it looks like horrible. $7.95. $7.95 with $3.50 is shipping, so that's like $10. So it would cost you about $60 including tax and shipping, so that's not too bad. Get your true love 6 pet eggs, pedicure eggs, hyphen, wherever that hyphen is.
Day 7.
Hello Hello everyone and welcome to day 7 of 12 Days of Toons. We're officially 1 week into the series. Why am I yelling? Why am I yelling? Well, it's because I'm simply just a little bit too mad today, huh? It's not even a question, I am mad. You wanna know why? You wanna know? It's because I'm freaking sick of birds! Luckily for me, though, this is the last time birds are gonna be in this series, so I don't even know why I'm yelling. Maybe it's just for comedic effect, I don't know. Anyways, what should you get your true love for day 7 and 12 days of Christmas Toons? I don't freaking care. What you should do, instead of the freaking birds, is going to the pond, picking up some tadpoles, and then giving them to your true love. That's what you should do. That's what you should have been doing this whole time. You should have been doing freaking birds. You should have just been doing amphibians and reptiles. No one gets tired of reptiles, okay? Reptiles are the best animal in the animal kingdom, and you cannot argue with me with that. Look at this thing. It's perfect. Axolotls, I don't even know if these are reptiles, but they're perfect.
Day 8.
Anyways, hello everybody, and welcome to day 8 of 12 Days of Toons. Today we're going to be tackling 8 maids a milking. Here we go. Now, a maid can be hired, I guess. My question is, why do you need so many maids milking a cow? Because most of the time, you'll find this photo where it's literally just 8 girls sitting around one cow milking the cow. I thought milking was a 1 or 2 person job. Beats me. Maybe that cow has some kind of weird deformity that I don't need to go into detail about. After doing some math on Google, I came to the conclusion that 4 maids bi-weekly, 120 bucks would cost $960. That's pretty expensive, but a cow also costs a little over $2,000 if it's alive and living and well. So you need to pay a little over $3,000 just to have 8 maids a milking realistically, so let's try to find something else. Now, when I thought cleaning, infomercials immediately came to mind because they're always showing you this new product like the Super Scrubber, which can help you scrub super. The one thing I noticed about these infomercials is this guy named Anthony Sullivan. You probably know who he is, a little bit of a meme. Anthony Sullivan here with OxyClean, the powerful stuff. He cleans well, apparently. I mean, look at this guy. Professional clean man. He's got the hands of an Australian who can clean. Big fried shrimps on the babby. So all we need is 8 Anthony Sullivans, but we can't really do that until the future when there's cloning machines, so yeah, let's just say, hypothetically, you can get 8 Anthony Sullivans. But what are we gonna do for the milk exactly? Well, I thought to myself, the cow doesn't really matter in this situation because all we're doing is getting its milk until, of course, it becomes dehydrated and we kill it for meat. But, you know, all we need right now is the milk. But I don't want to pay $2,000 for a cow just for its milk. So I thought, hey, if I lived in Canada, I could just get some bagged milk. So that's what we're gonna do for day 8 of 12 Days of Toons. 8 Anthony Sullivans buying 8 bags of milk.
Day 9. 4 days until Christmas.
Hello everybody and welcome to day 9 of 12 Days of Toons. I should probably eliminate confusion by calling this 12 Days of Toons 2018. It's a bit too late for that because we have like 3 days left. Anyways, 9 ladies dancing. See, last year, I thought I had a pretty good technique.
First, you throw a house party, and obviously every girl in the neighborhood's gonna wanna come, right? That has to happen because it happens in the movies, right? So the girls come over to your house along with some of the fellas too, and then what you do is you only keep the girls there and you subtly kick out all of the guys. Say it's like an emergency or something and only keep the girls in there. Oh, this plan sounds wrong. You keep them in there and you're like, okay, go take dance classes now or else, and then they go take a dance class and then boom, give that to your true love.
If I'm going to do that, how much would a dance class cost? So let's look up how much a dance class. I really gotta poop all of a sudden, I don't know what. The length of the class and how many classes your child takes on average. Dance classes cost anywhere from $40 to $160 per month. Some studios also charge, I'm assuming here that it's $160 per child, $1,440. Not only is this an expensive price, it's also the start of the 4K resolution. So I don't want to pay $1,440 for dance classes, so, I think I can kind of tie this in with yesterday. You know, if we were to buy that $2,000 cow and just have it for its milk, it would become a little bit dehydrated eventually. So to prevent that from happening, let's kill the cow and make some food out of it. So where I'm going with this is... Yes! I'm a freaking genius. Where I was going with the cow was, you might want to get a job at McDonald's and then bring your own meat. So I looked up McDonald's school cost, because for those of you who don't know, McDonald's actually does have a college. So that's what you should do for day 9 of 12 Days of Tunes. 9 Macker workers.
Day 10. 2 days until Christmas.
Hello everybody and welcome to day 10 of 12 Days of Tunes. So we have 10 Lords a-Leapin' for today, so let's dive into it. After a little bit of research on Google, I found out that 10 Lords a-Leaping was a metaphor for the 10 Commandments. I really couldn't go anywhere off of that, so I decided to do something else. See, I did this thing last year for 12 Days of Tunes where it was 10 copies of Lego Lord of the Rings on DS. So I want to go off of that Lord of the Rings idea. What immediately came to mind at first was that show called Totally Obsessed with Fred Willard. Basically, there was this episode with this girl, and she was totally obsessed with Lord of the Rings. But not just Lord of the Rings cardboard cutouts. And what was weird about this episode was that she treated like they were the actual human actors, and she probably had, well, for lack of a better word, dementia.
Alright guys, so this episode is going really slow. I'm just gonna cut to the chase if you don't mind.
Alright, so basically I just looked up Lord of the Rings cardboard cutouts, and then for some reason I saw The Rock, Barack Obama, and Danny DeVito. So, I obviously had to choose Danny DeVito because the trash man. I came to realize that, Danny DeVito's cardboard cutout was, not life-size. So there was a life-size option, which was $69. 69 times 10 is $690, and that's what you should get for your true love for day 10 of 12 Days of Tunes. 10 Danny DeVito life-size cardboard cutouts. Okay.
Day 11. 2 days until Christmas.
Hello everybody and welcome to day 11 of 12 Days of Tunes. Today we're going to be tackling 11 Pipers Piping. Let's get into it. To make the ending of 12 Days of Tunes Season 2 a grand one, I decided to tie in today with the last episode. So let's get into exactly what I'm talking about. For day 11, I don't want to just get 11 Pipers Piping. We're keeping the Pipers obviously. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a band basically. We're going to make a band, but it's going to be a bit expensive, unfortunately. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to get 11 guitarists, 11 bassists, 11 drummers, 11 vocalists, 1 vocalist because that's me, and of course we're keeping the pipers because obviously those are musical too. I could end the episode right here just by saying, oh, you gotta wait until tomorrow to find out what I'm talking about, but let's make it funny. So let's just go for the guitar first. Alright, 1,000. That's not too bad. Jackson Pro Rhodes are 1,000 times 10, 10,000. Now let's go for drums. $160. So 160 times 11 equals 1,760. So $11,760. So we've got $11,760. Now let's go for bass. So most of these basses are like $100, so 100 times 10 is 1,000. Wait a minute, I think we have everything covered. Aside from the vocals, I'm fine because I have a good microphone. So that's another 1,000. So to get all the gear that we need, it would cost $12,760. Most of that is going to be spent on the guitars, which is fine. So what exactly am I going to do with all these instruments? I got all these guitars, all these drums, all these basses. What am I going to do? Well,
The grand finale. Merry Christmas Eve, everyone.
hello everybody and welcome to the final episode of 12 Days of Tunes Season 2. Today we're here to do 12 drummers drumming, but I don't really have anything for this day except for the end of this video, so let me just fill this up with a bunch of thank yous and whatever. Thank you guys so much for sticking around with me for this series, but to the viewers who are dedicated enough to my channel to watch this series become the thing that it's become, thank you for sticking around with me. So, what should you get your true love for day 12 of 12 Days of Tunes? Well, how about a song? Take 17. 12 chord choices, 11 instruments, 10 Danny DeVito's, 9 back, colors, 8 bags of milk, 7 tadpoles, 6. I forgot the 6. 5 Gangsta Bling was number 5 anyway. 4 sad birds, 3 nugget towers, 2 fedoras, and a bike spinner and a Christmas tree.
Yeah, just carry it out with pretty chords. That's how you end anything. Thanks for joining me. I hope you had fun. I can finally sleep. Finally done with this garbage.